Hi, I'm Amy Harbison. Welcome to Seniors Today, a monthly program for those 50 plus in Montgomery County, produced by the Commission on Aging. The Montgomery County Volunteer Center promotes and expands meaningful community service in the county by recruiting, supporting, and connecting volunteers and nonprofits, and also offering training support. Joining me to tell us more is Kathleen Meaney Stobie, the AmeriCorps Senior Program Director at the Montgomery County Volunteer Center. Welcome, Kathleen.
Thank you for having me here, Amy.
Wonderful to have you. So tell me what volunteering looks like in this COVID-19 world that we're living in. How have your roles changed?
Well, we've had to work with our nonprofits and with volunteers to figure out ways that they can employ volunteers during the pandemic, and also for volunteers to be able to volunteer safely. We've also jumped into the whole emergency response in terms of identifying needs for volunteers and recruiting volunteers. So we've worked very closely with the Department of Homeland Security and Emergency Operations to do that. And we've also particularly put a lot of emphasis in working in the food instability area, which is a great need in Montgomery County right now, in terms of working with food providers and making connections with volunteers and ensuring that it's safe, the proper PPE and safety precautions are taken to protect both clients and volunteers.
And can you say a little bit about virtual volunteering? I would imagine that no one is working in person, or very few places are having in person without social distancing.
Right. Those that are working in person, such as at the food distribution sites, they do need volunteers there. They are following all the safety precautions in terms of distance, masking, gloves, and contactless delivery of food. Virtual volunteering is where we've had to work with the nonprofits to try and envision how they can continue to engage volunteers without having them go out somewhere, because so many do not want to go out and shouldn't go out. So they've looked at ways that people can perhaps do mentoring online or coaching volunteers, or helping with volunteer programs, running volunteer programs, and reaching out to volunteers to engage them in meaningful and safe ways. So it's mostly work that you can do from home, which actually in a way helps open up the number of volunteers, because sometimes volunteers could not volunteer because they could not get from point A to point B. So this has actually opened up a lot of opportunities for people.
That's terrific. It sort of sounds like it's broadening the landscape, which is really great. Tell me about, I know you have usually tax aid event, really helping a lot of community members with their taxes. What's the status of that this year?
That's a great question, Amy. My program, American Volunteers Work AARP Foundation, to bring this program to Montgomery County. In our normal world, we would have done about 4,700 tax returns in a season. However, moving forward, we are trying to work on a contactless or low contact option so that we can continue to serve our clients, meeting all the needs of AARP and the IRS, and ensuring social distancing, et cetera. So we do hope to launch our program in February next year, and we will be offering a virtual option for those who are able to upload their documents, and then we will have a low contact option for people where they may come in for 15 minutes, give us their documents, we'd scan them, and then the returns are prepared virtually. So we are working out all of the details for that, but we do hope to start making appointments at the end of January. And if people want to find out more about the tax aid program, the number is 240-777-2577. And that will start up at the end of January, Amy.
Terrific. Well, we're wishing all systems go for that. That would be great. It's a wonderful program. And
Thank you.
Also, in January each year, have MLK Day, usually held at the Marriott, but I understand this year is MLK Week. And what does that look like this year?
Well, again, it's mostly virtual. We've had to rethink it all because, as you recall, we've had thousands of people at the Bethesda North Marriott doing projects. So now we are going to be offering virtual options and low contact options and crafts. And you can also do donations as well as part of MLK. And we will have all those volunteer opportunities up on our website. And we encourage people to sign up. We'll be making those available the 4th of January, and everyone can sign up. We encourage you to do so. It's a very different MLK, but the commitment to giving back is still there, going strong.
That's wonderful. I'd also like to ask about, I know you have a very popular program, the 50 Plus program, that gets older adults involved in giving back to the community. Can you say a few words about that program?
Oh, glad to do that, Amy. We have the 50 Plus Volunteer Network, which was started up in the Volunteer Center 3 years ago, whereby we are matching people 50 and better with volunteer opportunities in a variety of areas. And it has been phenomenally successful. It is run by 2 of our senior fellows. And we recruit volunteers, they get interviewed, and then they talk about where their passions are. That's what we want them to find, something they're passionate about. Been involved with tutoring, been involved with a consulting with a nonprofit, or they've been involved with office work as well, but basically to keep the organization running. So we've had hundreds of volunteers get placed. And I think the secret sauce is that they work with the volunteer to talk about what they'd like to do. Many people have retired and they've never really thought about it. They haven't had time to think about it. So it's a little bit like career counseling. And we work closely with the nonprofits as well to understand what their volunteer needs are and make them dare to dream about what they would do if they had a skilled volunteer to come volunteer with them.
That's great. Sounds like a match made in heaven for sure.
Absolutely.
I know people are probably clamoring now to know how to get to the website and what phone number to call for the volunteer center. So can you share those, please?
Absolutely. So our website is www.montgomeryserves.org. And the main phone number is 240-777-2600. And because we're teleworking right now, no one is in the office, but we check all the phone messages daily and return all the calls. So we encourage you to give a call or check our website.
Kathleen, thank you so much for letting us know how many wonderful opportunities there are for volunteers and wonderful nonprofits we have in our Montgomery County community. It sounds like it's a great opportunity to match them up to do good work for our community. So thank you so much for coming on today.
It's my pleasure. Thank you, Amy.
Well, that's it for this month's Seniors Today. Don't forget, you can access a great deal of information about county services for seniors by going to the Montgomery County Senior website at montgomerycountymd.gov/seniors or call the Senior Resource Line at 240-777-3000. And as always, thank you for watching Seniors Today.